I just had a meeting with one of my agents, and what they were going through was whether or not they were going to move to another industry, get another job, get out of real estate altogether, because real estate didn't give them what they were expecting. So I was kind of taken aback, because this is one of the agents that came in with full of vigor, and I see them all the time. Believe me when I tell you, I interview new agents on a regular basis, and maybe 25% that I interview come in with that I'm going to sell every house in the city attitude, as I once did at one time. But she was frustrated because it didn't pan out like she thought it was going to pan out. So then I just simply started asking questions about how much effort did she put into it? How much studying did she do it? How much research did she do? Who was she following on emulating? What did her coach say about her quitting? How does her day look on an average in real estate? And I got the deer in the headlight look. Well, I told her, like I'm going to tell you today, for those of you who are frustrated about this wonderful industry, that it's not giving you what you expected, you can expect to give you anything if you put nothing in it. I akin it to you walking up to an ATM, pushing buttons, yet you stuck no card into the machine. So there is money on the other side of that. There is money in that account, and that account being, when you work the deals and process it and actually work the business, there's money there. But you're trying to access this account and you don't even have the card to stick into the machine to get in it. Now, the combination, great. You'll figure out the combination, but if you don't even have an account to stick the card in the machine, you're wasting your time. And that's the approach I believe a lot of agents take, is they walk up to this ATM and they stand in front of it, and since it's not kicking out any money, then it's the machine's fault for not giving them the money. Yet they did nothing for it. They did nothing to get the card or to have an account. They did nothing to get a PIN number to use in order for the machine to give you the money that you desire. So I ask all of you, are you giving it a fair shake? When I start most of my interviews with agents, and after they've ended a couple of weeks and they're not producing like they should produce, I was like, well, have you had a normal job before, 9-to-5 job? And most have. Quite frankly, they say yes. I said, well, tell me about the typical day at the job. Well, I get up at this time, I do this at that time, I show up at this time, these are my tasks, we break for lunch at this time, I come back for lunch, I complete my task, and I'm off every day at this time. Oh, great. Okay, good. All right. And then as the conversation progresses, then I ask, well, tell me about your real estate day. How does that look? Well, I get up around, I do this about, sometimes I do this, and then other times I do that. Well, what I found is that most of that conversation consists of things they think I want to hear about their real estate day, but nothing solid and concrete. Please note the descriptions of the two jobs that I mentioned. When they had the 9-to-5 job, they were very direct. They were very task-oriented. Here at this time, do these tasks, break this time, do these tasks, and then go home at this time. Very strict and very on point. But when it comes to real estate, it's, they kind of wander around and kind of feel their way around the day with no direction, with no aim, with no focus. So if that is you out there now this is not anything to just browbeat anybody and just, whip them into submission. I want you to think about that for a second. If you don't put anything into this day, if you don't put anything into this profession, you can't expect to get anything out. You just can't. And it'd be foolish of you to think so. So it's as foolish as you walking up to an ATM machine expecting it to just start doling out money. That doesn't happen there, nor does it happen there in this industry or any other type of sales industry for that fact. You need to get away, or no, I used to say get away from the 9-to-5 mentality. No, you need to keep that 9-to-5 mentality, but you need to incorporate it into your own business. So stop walking around, as Zig Ziglar used to say, as wandering generalities. Be a meaningful specific. Find out what your day is. Make it your day. We have a lot of control in real estate. I can control my hours and what I do. So when people hear that I can control my hours, they automatically default to, well, I don't have to show up. No, I show up. And when I first started in this industry, a 60-hour week was on average. That was my average week, 60 hours that I was putting in per week. I have now been able to leverage my time and control that a little better now. So I have a very controlled week now, but it didn't start that way. I put in the work, I put in the time, I studied, I hired a coach, I signed up for classes, I went to seminars. I did all of those things so I can learn this industry, this wonderful, wonderful industry. So don't get angry with the industry if it's not producing what you would expect it to produce. Get angry with yourself, but then don't stay in that state of anger. Don't stay in that state of anger. Just get yourself out of that state and then start making moves to learn this wonderful profession so it can give you the gifts that it has to offer you. All right. Well, this is Ron Cooks. I'm with Infinite Client. You have yourself a fantastic day. Hit that like, subscribe for me. Just hit that up so that what I have in here can be passed on not only to you, but to someone else who needs to hear this message from me. All right. You have yourself a great day and stay focused. Bye.